Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today we're gonna make one final planter. Well, final one for this spring, unless I find another cool one. Anyways, let's get into it.
Okay, let's get the show on the road.
This is another planter that I found on social media and I just really wanted to build it.
Another one?
I did create a cut list and some instructions that are available on our website if you would like to build it for yourself. Now I'm building my version of this planter out of 6 foot long, 6-inch cedar fence pickets, so that's what all the measurements are going to be based on. And it's going to take a total of 3 pickets to build this planter. I started by cutting all the pieces to length. I also cut an angle on the 2 side pieces of the planter box, but this step is optional. Then I ripped all the pieces down on the table saw. To try to conserve wood, I cut the wings out with the jigsaw so that I could kind of overlap the cutting area. I also took a 4-inch piece that will be the top of the planter and marked and cut out what will be the little ear tufts of the owl. With pretty much everything cut, I started assembling the frame. The 2 short pieces are to attach the planter box so that the sides of the box will be flush with the sides of the frame. This will be important later. You'll see what I mean.
Are you sure about that?
I made the side pieces of the frame a little too long, but they'll be covered by the top piece, so I didn't really worry about it. Then with stellar camera work, I started attaching the pieces to the front of the frame. With the top part done, I moved on to assembling the planter box. Like I said, the angles here are optional. I just like the look of the subtle slope on the front of the planter box. The front bottom piece hung over the edge just a little bit, but I just left it. It won't really bother anything and it won't really be noticeable. With the box completed, I attached it to the frame with some screws from the inside. The wings get attached on each side, so now you can see why it was so important that the sides be flat.
I see it now.
I let mine hang down a little below the bottom of the frame, but you attach yours however you want. I cut each side of the tailpiece at a 15-degree angle, and then I put a slight curve on the bottom with the jigsaw, which I completely forgot to film. After attaching the tail, the main body was ready for some obnoxiously bright colored paint. While that's drying, let me tell you a little bit about our Grove membership program. For $3 a month, our Grove members get access to our members only page on our website where you can see extra content like the renovation videos that we're creating for our 1926 home. It also includes previews of upcoming projects and a list of downloadable plans every month. If you would like to get some free plans, or you would like to see some extra content, or you just really enjoy these videos and are looking for a way to support us, then just hit the link below to sign up. Now back to our project. I moved on to the features of the owl, starting with the eyes. I used a compass to mark out circles and trimmed off the corners on the miter saw. Because this cedar is so soft, I could use the bench sander to refine the circle and sand one side completely smooth. I used the biggest Forstner bit I had to make an impression on the center of the eye, but it didn't really look big enough to me, so I used a straight bit in my router to make it a little bit bigger. Now, I only did this to make it easier to paint the center, but if you can freehand perfect circles, more power to you. Much better. For the feet, I cut some 3" by 3" blocks, traced on the feet, and cut them out with the scroll saw. I took a scrap and cut a triangle on the miter saw for the beak, then I painted the feet and the beak with some bright yellow paint. Once everything was dry, it was just a matter of attaching everything to the planter, pretty much just eyeballing the positions. Now, I kind of forgot about the difficulty of hanging this because of this frame here, but fortunately I had enough left over of the 3 pickets to cut a French cleat and attach half of the French cleat to the back of the picket so I can easily hang it on the wall. When it's all said and done, we actually didn't have a lot of scrap left over from those 3 pickets. Alright, our final planter of spring is finished. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to say that, but anyways, I think this thing came out really cool. And just like the herb garden wall that we made a few weeks back, this thing is really versatile. It can be hung on the wall of your house or on a fence or anywhere that it'll fit, really. Like I said before, I have a full cut list and directions on our website if you want to build this for yourself. A big shout out to all our Grove members. Thank you so much for supporting us so that we can continue to do projects like this and make videos like these. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this planter, and if you do end up building one for yourself, we would love for you to share it with us on our Facebook page so that everybody can see your version. Thank you very much for watching, be safe, and have a great day.